Have you ever felt that strange, electric moment when the universe seems to pause, as if holding its breath, right before something extraordinary arrives in your life? Taurus, listen closely. What you are stepping into now is not a simple turning of the page. It is the beginning of a grand chapter that destiny has been preparing for a very long time. A moment that echoes through the unseen, through the ancient rhythms of the sky, through the quiet pulse of your own intuition. This is the kind of moment that does not return twice. This is the kind of moment that chooses you. Right now, as these words reach you, a rare doorway of cosmic alignment is opening. A doorway that only souls of tremendous inner strength can cross. And Taurus, you are one of these souls. You were not shaped by coincidence. You were shaped by endurance, by devotion, by the quiet, sacred power of earth beneath your feet. Every challenge you have survived, every promise you kept, every tear you hid from the world, has carved you into someone capable of receiving something immense. Something that has been written in your stars for more than 6 entire years. Before we move deeper, I want you to breathe slowly and feel this truth. The universe is not giving you this message randomly. There are no accidents here. You found these words because your spirit is ready. Ready to rise, ready to transform, ready to step into a cycle of abundance and awakening that few ever experience. Let me ask you another question. Has there been a part of you sensing change approaching even before it arrived? A subtle pull, a whisper in your dreams, a feeling that life was preparing something greater, something wider, something worthy of everything you have endured. If you have felt this, then you are already aligned with the current unfolding. Because Taurus, what is beginning now is the unlocking of a destiny that has been waiting for you to be strong enough to hold it. This is why I need you to stay with me until the final moment of this message. Every word is a key. Every revelation is a step into your future. What you will hear ahead is not simply information. It is initiation. And when a Taurus receives an initiation, the entire foundation of their life shifts with it. In these first precious minutes, let us open the door. Let us step quietly but bravely into the flow of fate that is rising around you. The energy surrounding your sign now is enormous, and it is sacred. Something is awakening. Something is widening. Something is becoming possible that was once impossible. Taurus, you are on the threshold of abundance, renewal, and profound spiritual elevation. Feel this. Let it enter your chest. Let it echo in your mind. Let it root itself in your soul. Because the next words you hear will guide you toward understanding why this cycle has chosen you and how everything in your life is about to expand in ways you have never imagined. Before we continue, leave a comment with an affirmation so your energy stays aligned with this message. You may write the following: I allow my destiny to unfold. Taurus, let me speak directly to the quiet fire inside you, the one you rarely show to anyone. There is a calling rising around you, a pull that feels both familiar and completely new, like remembering something your soul always knew, but your mind had forgotten. This is not a small shift. It is a divine announcement. It is the universe leaning closer and whispering that the time you have waited for is no longer in the distance. It is already here. You can almost feel it in the air around you, that strange mixture of calm and anticipation, as if your spirit knows that life is about to expand in more directions than you believed possible. You see, Taurus, the universe does not speak through noise. It speaks through intuition, through the flicker of clarity that appears in moments of stillness, through the feeling that something greater is unfolding, even if you cannot explain how. This calling is not for everyone. It is for the ones who have walked through long seasons of silence, the ones who kept going when life felt heavy, the ones who continued to believe in goodness even when their own path was unclear. It is for the ones who carry strength in their bones. You are one of them. And because of that, this moment is not random. It is alignment. It is recognition. It is the universe acknowledging the depth of your endurance and preparing to elevate every corner of your existence. You are stepping into something rare, something powerful, something destined. Allow yourself to feel it. Taurus, there are forces moving around you now that have not been active in your life for many, many years. This shift resembles a cosmic wheel finally turning in your favor. For an incredibly long time, you have been climbing quietly, handling responsibilities, healing wounds, rebuilding your confidence, and learning how to protect your peace. You did not realize it then, but each moment was preparing you for this rise. In Western astrology, this cycle is influenced by profound planetary movements that stir long-term transformation. In Vedic teachings, it resembles the beginning of a fresh karmic phase, the kind that opens doors that once felt sealed shut. No matter the tradition, every system points to the same truth. Your path is widening, your opportunities are multiplying, and your soul is entering a period of expansion that will last not 1, not 2, but 6 entire years. Imagine that, Taurus. 6 full years of growth, healing, abundance, clarity, and spiritual awakening. This is not the beginning of a simple improvement. It is the beginning of a complete shift in the way your life flows. It is as if the universe is clearing the path before you, removing obstacles, dissolving old lessons, and guiding you into a chapter where things finally fall into place, with grace instead of struggle. The wheel is turning. It is no longer moving against you. It is carrying you forward. All you must do is keep walking, with faith. Let us talk honestly for a moment, Taurus. You have been through experiences that many would not have survived with their heart still open. You have fought quiet battles that no one knows about. You have carried burdens that did not belong to you because you could not bear to let others fall. You have endured endings that broke you, disappointments that reshaped you, and responsibilities that demanded more strength than most people ever need to summon. But in all of that, you did not collapse. You did not abandon your values. You did not forget the goodness in your own spirit. You kept building. You kept hoping. You kept loving in your own steady and loyal way. These years of challenge were not meant to punish you. They were meant to prepare you, to sharpen your intuition, to clear your inner world, and to strengthen the foundation of who you are, so that when this wave of fortune arrived, you would be ready to hold it without fear of losing it. You are entering a cycle where everything that once drained you begins to release you. Everything that felt stuck begins to move. Everything that once seemed out of reach begins to call your name. Taurus, you are not starting from weakness. You are rising from experience, and the universe does not give this kind of cycle to someone unprepared. It gives it to someone who has done the work, someone who has grown quietly, someone who has risen from challenges with deeper wisdom rather than bitterness. Your past was the training. Your future is the reward. Taurus, from this moment forward, your life begins to move in a direction that feels entirely different from anything you have known before. It does not matter how long you have been waiting, or how many times you have wondered whether your time would ever come. What begins now is a shift that touches every part of your existence, from the way you see yourself to the way the world responds to your energy. This is not an illusion. This is not wishful thinking. This is alignment taking shape in real time. You are stepping into a cycle where your inner strength finally becomes visible, where your worth becomes recognized, and where the path that once felt heavy begins to open with clarity and purpose. Your growth unfolds in 3 sacred movements that work together like a rising tide. The first is the rise of your confidence, not the loud kind, but the deep, grounding certainty that comes from knowing exactly who you are. The second is the return of abundance, where opportunities, resources, and unexpected blessings begin appearing in the most natural way, almost as if they had been waiting for your permission to arrive. The third is the awakening of your purpose, that quiet pull inside you that tells you where you are meant to go next and what your soul is truly here to create. Each of these movements lifts you higher, making the next 6 years not just a chapter, but a profound initiation into a new version of yourself. Your energy is shifting from survival to creation, from holding on to stepping forward, from questioning your own value to embodying it fully. This is the moment you have been preparing for without even realizing it. And now, it finally begins. Taurus, let us speak about who you truly are at your core. Not the simplified version others see, but the deeper archetype that has been part of your soul since the moment you arrived in this world. You are the sacred builder, the guardian of stability, the keeper of beauty and consistency. You are the presence that brings grounding into chaos, the voice that speaks truth without fear, the heart that remains loyal long after others would have walked away. This is not just personality. It is ancestral, it is cosmic, it is the essence of Taurus. Your energy is steady like a mountain, yet fertile like rich soil. You do not rush, because creation does not need to rush. You do not force, because true strength does not need force. You understand the value of time, of patience, of small steps done with intention. These qualities make you unforgettable. These qualities make you powerful. And during this new cycle, these qualities begin to shine brighter than ever. You become magnetic in a way that draws people, opportunities, and blessings toward you without effort. There is something rare about the soul of a Taurus. You carry a quiet resilience that others rely on but rarely understand. You carry a depth that is not loud but undeniable. You carry a presence that fills a room without needing to be the center of attention. And now, as the universe amplifies your natural gifts, you step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Your archetype awakens in a way that makes the next years not simply important, but transformative. Taurus, there are energies surrounding you now that are far greater than anything you can see with your eyes. These are forces that work in silence, aligning events, guiding choices, and bringing into place the exact opportunities you need at the exact moment you need them. The universe is not only opening a path for you, it is clearing the obstacles you once thought were permanent. The invisible is becoming active. The unseen is becoming your ally. The spiritual realm is moving on your behalf with precision and care. There are 3 primary forces supporting you. The first is the energy of expansion. It widens your path, stretches your capacity, and brings growth that feels both exciting and natural. The second is the energy of liberation. It frees you from past limitations, emotional patterns, and situations that once held you back. You may notice old fears dissolving, old doubts losing their power, and old stories no longer fitting who you are becoming. The third is the energy of divine timing. This one is subtle, yet powerful. It creates synchronicities, nudges, intuitive insights, and meaningful encounters that guide you toward your highest potential. If you have been seeing repeating numbers, experiencing vivid dreams, feeling unexpected waves of emotion, or sensing that something is shifting beneath the surface, these are all signs that the invisible world is communicating with you. These signals are not random. They are confirmations that you are stepping into a period where the universe responds to your energy more clearly and more quickly than ever before. Taurus, before the doors of this new cycle open fully, there are certain weights you must set down. You have carried so much for so long that some of these burdens have become familiar, almost comfortable in their heaviness. But familiarity is not the same as destiny. You have reached a moment where the universe is asking you to loosen your grip on what no longer aligns with the person you are becoming. This is an act of courage, but also an act of trust. You are releasing not to lose, but to make space for what is finally ready to enter your life. You must release the responsibility of holding everyone together. You have been the anchor for far too many people, the silent support system that others lean on without realizing the weight it places on your shoulders. It is time to allow others to stand on their own. You must release the fear that your worth is connected to how much you give, how much you sacrifice, or how much pain you quietly endure. Your value exists without conditions. You must release the guilt of choosing yourself, the hesitation to walk away from what drains you, and the belief that suffering is somehow required to earn joy. None of that belongs in your next chapter. Let go of the expectation that life must always be difficult. Let go of the old identity built from survival. Let go of the stories that say you must settle for less to remain safe. You are stepping into a time where your spirit needs to be light, open, and ready. Release the past with gratitude and step forward with confidence, because the next 6 years are not built on what you endured. They are built on what you are ready to rise into. Now, Taurus, let us talk about what you are meant to welcome into your life with open arms. You are not entering this new cycle empty-handed. You are entering it with wisdom, resilience, and a heart that is finally ready to receive. What you must embrace now is not just change, but a higher version of yourself that has been quietly waiting for this exact moment. Embrace your intuition. This inner voice that you sometimes ignore is becoming stronger, clearer, and more accurate than ever. Trust the sensations that rise unexplainably. Trust the sudden clarity that appears in quiet moments. Your intuition is your compass now. Embrace opportunities without assuming they will disappear. For years, you have been conditioned to expect loss, to brace for disappointment. But this cycle invites you to expect expansion, to expect joy, to expect success that feels natural instead of forced. Embrace the courage to say yes to what elevates you and no to what diminishes you. Embrace your own voice, your own desires, your own dreams. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to receive more. Embrace your visibility, your creativity, your sensuality, and your strength. Everything that once felt too bold or too bright for others is exactly what the universe wants you to express now. This is your time to stand in your truth and allow your energy to resonate at its full power. Taurus, imagine the next 6 years as a story unfolding in 6 profound chapters. Each one carries a unique purpose, a distinct lesson, and a powerful blessing. These chapters are not random. They are sequenced perfectly to support your growth, your abundance, and your awakening. Let us explore each one so you can feel the rhythm of your future taking shape. The first chapter is the awakening. This is where your identity shifts, where you begin to feel your own worth on a deeper level, where clarity rises like a sunrise after a long night. The second chapter is expansion. This is where opportunities begin to flow, where your resources stabilize, and where you start to see movement in areas that once felt blocked. The third chapter is the breakthrough. Something significant changes, something that alters the trajectory of your life. It could be a relationship, a career moment, a spiritual realization, or a long-awaited revelation. The fourth chapter is alignment. This is where you attract people, experiences, and environments that resonate with your soul. Partnerships grow stronger, friendships deepen, and your support system becomes healthier and more aligned with your purpose. The fifth chapter is mastery. This is where you refine your gifts, where you step into your power with confidence, and where your abilities become tools that elevate every part of your life. The sixth chapter is legacy. This is where you build something lasting, something meaningful, something that carries your essence far into the future. These 6 chapters are not predictions. They are invitations. They are the map of the destiny you are stepping into with every breath, every choice, and every moment of faith. Taurus, let us step into the realm of spiritual wisdom, the quiet space where understanding deepens and your soul begins to recognize truths that the mind often overlooks. You are entering a phase where your inner world becomes just as important as your outer reality. Your ruling planet, Venus, is not simply about romance or pleasure. In its deeper expression, Venus awakens your connection to harmony, self-worth, beauty, and divine attraction. This means that in the coming years, the spiritual guidance surrounding you will gently push you to reconnect with the parts of yourself that you may have neglected while handling responsibilities and surviving challenges. You are being guided to soften without becoming weak, to open without losing boundaries, and to trust without forgetting the lessons you learned. In Vedic teachings, there is a belief that when a new karmic phase begins, the internal compass becomes sharper and more intuitive. You may feel moments of sudden clarity. You may experience dreams that feel like messages, or sense emotional waves that seem to come from nowhere. These are not coincidences. These are signals that your spiritual body is awakening. Your guidance for this cycle is simple, yet powerful. Create moments of quiet, even if only for a few breaths each day. Touch the earth with your bare hands if you can. Light a candle with intention. Speak your desires out loud. You are an earth sign, which means your spirit responds deeply to physical rituals, grounded actions, and simple acts of devotion. The universe is more responsive to you now than it has been in many years, so every intention you set carries weight. Your connection to the divine is not distant, it is immediate. It is active. It is listening. Taurus, if I could sit in front of you for a moment and look directly into your eyes, this is what I would say. You deserve what is coming your way. You deserve the growth, the abundance, the love, the clarity, and the opportunities that are approaching. You have spent so many years being the steady one, the loyal one, the one who holds everything together even when you felt your own world shaking. You have carried burdens that were not yours. You have stayed strong when you were tired. You have given more than anyone realizes. Now it is time for life to give back to you. There is no mistake in the timing. You are not late. You are not behind. You are arriving exactly when your soul has become mature enough to receive blessings without fear and walk forward without apologizing for your strength. You are not entering a moment of luck. You are entering a moment of deserved transformation. There is something incredibly beautiful about the Taurus spirit. It is calm but powerful, gentle but unbreakable, patient but determined. You have a way of loving that leaves an impact long after you leave a room. You have a way of creating stability even in the middle of uncertainty. And because of these qualities, the universe is aligning a future for you that matches the depth of your heart. You are rising into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more open to receiving than ever before. Taurus, let us shift from thought to embodiment. Close your eyes for a moment, or soften your gaze. Take a slow breath, letting it move gently through your chest. Imagine a warm, golden light rising from the earth beneath you. This light recognizes you. It knows your journey. It knows your strength. It knows your heart. Allow this light to move up through your legs, grounding you in safety, reminding you that you are protected. Let it fill your chest, awakening your confidence and your self-worth. Let it move through your shoulders. Release the tension you have held for far too long, the tension of responsibilities, expectations, and silent burdens. Let it travel up into your throat, opening your voice, your truth, your right to express your desires without fear. Feel it rising into your mind, clearing out doubt, dissolving old stories, making space for new visions. Now, imagine this golden light surrounding your whole body, like a protective sphere of strength and grace. You are not simply visualizing this. You are embodying your new cycle. You are claiming your place in a future that is aligned with who you are meant to become. Speak within your heart, or softly out loud, the words that anchor your energy. I am ready. I am open. I am rising. These words are not wishful thinking. They are activation. Taurus, as we reach this final moment together, I want you to take one slow breath and feel everything that has been spoken settling into your spirit. You are not the same person you were when you began listening. Something inside you has shifted. Something inside you has awakened. You can feel it, like a soft current moving through your chest, like a quiet certainty rising from a place beyond thought. This is your inner knowing, recognizing the truth of your journey. This is the moment when your soul says yes, yes to growth, yes to renewal, yes to abundance, yes to destiny. Reflect on everything you have experienced in your life so far. Every lesson, every challenge, every triumph, every heartbreak, every moment you had to rebuild your strength from the ground up. None of it was wasted. None of it was meaningless. All of it shaped you into the person capable of stepping into the next 6 years with a level of wisdom, courage, clarity, and spiritual maturity that you did not have before. You have earned your place on this path. You have earned the right to rise. You have earned the right to receive. Taurus, you are entering a cycle where your inner and outer worlds align more beautifully and more powerfully than at any previous time in your life. You will see opportunities appear that once felt impossible. You will experience relationships that nourish your heart instead of depleting it. You will witness your intuition guiding you with precision that feels almost supernatural. You will feel the universe sending confirmations, signs, synchronicities, and moments of grace that remind you, again and again, that you are being guided by a force far greater than anything you can see with your eyes. This is your era of becoming. This is your era of receiving. This is your era of stepping into your rightful place. When you look back on this period years from now, you will recognize it as the moment everything changed, the moment when the foundation of your life began to shift into alignment with your true purpose, the moment when your faith became stronger than your fear, the moment when you stepped out of survival and into creation. Let this reflection fill you with a deep sense of peace, but also a deep sense of empowerment. The universe is not asking you to rush. The universe is asking you to trust. Trust the timing. Trust the guidance. Trust your intuition. Trust your strength. Trust the path that is unfolding before you, step by step with divine precision. You are exactly where you need to be. You are moving exactly as you need to move, and every blessing meant for you is already on its way. Taurus, before this message ends, I want you to hear these words with your entire being. You are rising into a version of yourself that the world has not seen yet. A version that is stronger, wiser, bolder, softer in all the right ways, and more aligned with your soul than ever before. You are stepping into 6 entire years of expansion, abundance, elevation, and spiritual clarity. 6 years where your life will unfold in a way that feels guided, protected, and blessed. 6 years that will become the foundation of the future you have always hoped for. Walk forward with your head lifted. Walk forward with your heart open. Walk forward knowing that everything you have overcome has prepared you for this exact moment. You are not walking alone. You are walking with the universe beside you. You are walking with your ancestors behind you. You are walking with your spirit leading you. You are walking with destiny welcoming you. Feel that. Let it echo through every part of you. And as this message comes to a close, let one truth stay with you more than anything else. Your time does not simply arrive. Your time begins now. Everything you have dreamed of, everything you have worked for, everything you have prayed for, everything your soul has whispered for is aligning, not someday, not eventually, but in this moment. You are stepping into your divine timing. Taurus, thank you for sharing this sacred space with me. Thank you for allowing these words to touch your heart. And if your spirit feels called to continue this journey, if you want to deepen your understanding, your intuition, your connection to the divine rhythms guiding your life, I invite you to explore the other videos on this channel. Your path is just beginning, and there is so much more waiting for you.